This is my iPhone 16 Pro, and as you can tell, it's clearly been through a lot. Most of the phone is in quite nice shape, as you can see. I've done my best to take good care of it. I've kept a case on it for most of its life, especially when it's outside of the house. However, recently, I have started using it with a case less and less. But as you can see, as of today, the screen on this iPhone is completely shattered. This was done by an accidental drop. I dropped it onto tile in a case, and it just happened to land flat on the screen, and I got really unlucky. I bought this iPhone 16 Pro back in October of last year, and I got a really good deal on it for only $750. When I bought it, the phone itself was in very nice shape. The back and sides had no marks whatsoever, which as of now they still do, but the screen did have some moderate scratches on it. It's a 512 gigabyte Desert Titanium model, and I think back in 2025, $750 was a really good deal for it. Hell, even today, I think it's still a crazy deal. But that's not the focus of this video. As you can see, this phone is not very usable. I would not like to use a phone with a screen this shattered. Thankfully, this iPhone does have AppleCare. I do have an AppleCare One subscription to cover 3 different iPhones, this iPhone 16 Pro, my main device, and my iPhone 17 Pro. Right now it shows coverage expired for this iPhone 16 Pro, and that's because today we have a package. Inside of here should be an AppleCare Plus replacement device to replace this shattered iPhone 16 Pro with a battery that's starting to go downhill. Without further ado, I'm ready to get this shattered phone out of my hands. I've been waiting way too long for this package to show up as Apple delayed it over a week, so let's get started with the unboxing. I'll cut the tape and not leak my address. And then I can simply flip the box over, close up my knife so I don't cut myself, and I can lift up to open the box. We're greeted with a nice black foam padding, which honestly, thanks Apple. I want to keep this iPhone nice and protected, so at least I know it shipped well. Removing this from the box, we see a nice basic cardboard box containing the serial numbers and the IMEI on the stickers on the back, and nothing at all on the front. However, inside of here is another one of those. It's nice that they included such nice padding. I wish I could keep it. However, I do have to use this box to send back the old device. That is, if I don't want a $1,300 charge on my credit card. Let's go ahead and open up the ominous brown box. Get my knife back out. I'll slice the tape at the bottom, and then once again the tape at the top. And just like that, the box is unsealed. We can lift up to reveal a brand new iPhone 16 Pro with the plastic seal still on the front. Flipping it out of the box, you can see this is another identical iPhone 16 Pro to the one I currently have. Another 512 gigabytes Desert Titanium model, except this one is in brand new condition. And man, that is so clean. Now, before I get to removing the plastic, I want to take a look at what I've gotten to keep this iPhone safe to ensure that it doesn't end up like this one. For this, I purchased a nice new Speak and Clear case. This one is completely clear with a frosted back panel, white MagSafe as you can see, and has a cutout for the camera control button. I don't mind the cutout as this phone doesn't go out of the house too much, so I'm not too worried about that camera button getting broken or anything. And I didn't want to pay a shit ton of money to get my hands on a case with better camera control protection. Also, to ensure the screen doesn't end up like this one, I also picked up a pack of 3 relatively cheap Insignia glass screen protectors. These had a good deal, 40% off at Best Buy, so I decided to just go ahead and pick them up. I knew that I'd probably end up needing an extra one for my iPhone 17 Pro, and since these fit both of them, I decided to pick them up. So now let's flip over this iPhone 16 Pro and do what everyone's been waiting for, and that is peeling off the plastic on the screen. Man, that is so fresh. We'll turn on the iPhone 16 Pro for the very first time. And now it's time to find out if this device is on iOS 18 or iOS 26 like that one is. And it looks like this device is running iOS 26. That is not surprising. I was really hoping for an iOS 18 device. However, I really can't expect it as it's so far away from iOS 18's release date. Since iOS 27 is now out, I really didn't expect an old version like that to be running on here. However, it would have been really nice. Now, before I get this iPhone set up, I'm going to now go off camera and get the screen protectors and case installed on this phone. I'll get everything transferred over from the old one, and then I'll come back to give my thoughts on the AppleCare replacement process and give a little bit more detail about what the issues were with getting this phone to me in the first place, as there were quite a few of them. All right, so after several days of patiently working with these phones, I've finally gotten everything transferred over from my old, shattered iPhone 16 Pro to the new one which I've installed, a fresh screen protector, and a nice new case to make sure that I don't break this one. Everything on here is exactly the same as on the old phone, but the only difficult part with transferring everything over was the fact that this old device, as you can see, is running the new iOS 27 beta. It's currently still on the first beta version and never got past updating past the first one, as I shattered the device and kind of stopped using it for a little while. However, this made transferring my data extremely difficult. You see, Apple does not let you transfer data from a device with a newer software version to one with an older software version without updating the new one. Most of my stuff is stored in iCloud, meaning an iCloud backup is a very small file and doesn't take long at all to restore on my new device. However, because of this limitation with the beta software, I was forced to back up my phone using my computer, which was a much larger backup as it backed up a lot of the stuff that's in iCloud. This took absolutely forever as I didn't have enough space on my computer, had to back it up via a different drive, and then had to edit a file to tell the backup that it wasn't an iOS 27 device. After all of that, after like 4 attempts of restoring this to the new device, I finally got all my data transferred over and have finally started using this again as my secondary phone. So now I want to talk a little bit about why this process was so difficult for getting the replacement itself. Apple's Express Replacement service through AppleCare Plus is supposed to be a very quick and simple process. I can even demonstrate here for you. You can simply open the Apple Support app, select your device, repairs and damage, select the damage to your device, and it will give you the option to order an express replacement. This is what I thought I would be able to do. However, when I went through the process, I was greeted by something that told me my payment method was not acceptable and I needed to contact support in order to order my replacement device. I contacted Apple support via a chat, and it took over an hour to get connected with a representative, which is very unlike Apple. Once I finally got the replacement set up, which took way longer than it should have been simply doable through the app, I ended up having to wait over 5 days for my device to ship. Typically, Apple ships out the device the same or next day with overnight shipping so that it shows up almost immediately. However, for me, I was stuck waiting over 7 days to get my new device in the mail. This is something that I did not expect whatsoever. This is very unlike Apple, and it kind of makes me wonder how good their express replacement service is going to be in the future. It's been a lot better than this in the past. I've never seen issues like this before, and I was honestly very disappointed. However, I do still think AppleCare Plus is very worth it. I do like the fact that I can pay $20 a month and protect 3 very expensive devices and get very cheap service fees for any damage that does happen, which is a lot better than paying $1,000 for a whole new phone. I just wish they would have made the process a little easier and maybe shipped out my phone faster than a week. But anyways, in the end, I finally do have a new phone. It's not all cracked anymore, and I'm going to be keeping this one in brand new shape for the rest of its life. So now the next step is to box this one up. I need to clear all my stuff off, so I'll be doing this off camera. However, I do use the same packaging that Apple provided for this device. So thank you guys for watching this video. I know it was a little bit short. However, I did want to detail the process of getting the phone replaced and some of the troubles that I went through. So maybe you can expect something like this in the future if you do order a replacement. You really never know at this point. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing, as of right now, only 20% of my viewers are actually subscribed. So you could really help me out by hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm trying to reach my goal of 25,000 subscribers before September. So subscribing would help me reach that goal and just helps me to continue making more videos like these. I also cannot forget about membership shoutouts. So huge shout out to these 6 members. I'll leave a link down in the description to all 6 of their channels. Again, if you didn't know, I do have channel memberships. There's a link in the description if you're interested. It costs $1.99 a month. You get this cool badge next to your name, and it just helps me to continue making more videos like these. Again, huge shout out to these 6 members. Thank you guys so much. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. More videos coming soon. And as always, peace out, guys.